In this land of the yak, we are treated to a sumptuous breakfast of fresh yak cream and fried bread. It just doesn't get any better. Morning routines, and then even our cooks get into our stretching ritual. Visits from some valley locals bring forth a ball game.
Oh, he's not tired.
We leave the bat and ball with the boys and head on our way. Note the satellite dish and solar panels. A circular gur frame hangs from the roof. And there's that long hank of mane, handy for grabbing. Next, we visit Nymphu's gur and young family. Cheese curds dry on the roof, alongside the satellite dish, which you'll see is multi-purpose. We are served more of the wonderful fresh yak cream and also yak milk tea. And the kids are like kids everywhere. Notice his wrestler's cap, perched on top of that small black and white TV, hooked up to a car battery. A typical Mongolian hitching post. And then we see the horses rounded up and get ready to watch a mare milking demonstration.
Where they mind them. Look at the shoes he has on. Plain old scuffers.
The little ones are brought to their mothers to nurse, to get the milk started, then pulled away so the mares can be hand milked. They'll get their turns again later. The milk collected is used to make the fermented brew called areg, which is known for its nutritional and medicinal values and has the same cultural and social importance as wine does for the French. Next, we see our dinner slaughtered on the hoof. Our guide has purchased a sheep from a local rancher, and we see every step in the process of turning it into our barbecued meal. Not one drop of blood is spilled on the ground during this process. The stomach is emptied, they use everything, and the blood ladled out to be used as part of the meal, although we don't choose to sample it. all neatly packed up and ready for cooking. The meat is cooked by layering it with river rocks in a large metal pot, which is then placed in hot coals to bake. Part of the barbecue ritual is passing the warm stones from the meat pot around the group before starting the meal. The fat from the meat makes this the equivalent of hand cream. We also celebrate Dick's birthday, one of our AMC leaders. Maggie does more of her magic with the cakes. And Soto presents an exquisite stone carving he's made, a wolf climbing toward a ram, as a birthday gift. The evening ends with a serenade from our Mongolian crew. The next day, we again visit our farm family and see the several ways they process their dairy products. We check out the still and are served an alcoholic treat. Our leader, Sue, had brought a kite and had a fine time flying it with the kids. The teenage daughter then wowed us with her cell phone and camera. Another ball, and this time a stick for a bat. We leave him hard at practice. We next head for Renchenlung, the valley town established by the Russians in an effort to collectivize the nomads. It is the only town in the valley, and water is carried up from the local river, and the only electricity is provided by solar power or generators. We pass some new Buddhist stupas as we head for our comfortable ger lodging. The wood stove is more than welcome, not to mention the bed. Stacks of heating wood attest to the issue of deforestation, and we see many modes of transport. We pass a mobile phone store as we head for the small shops in town in search of warmer clothing and gloves after our previous cold nights. These stores seem to have everything but warm clothing. Maybe the vodka can keep us warm. Bright colors adorn many of the buildings. And we pass the preschool, serving ages 3 to 6, with its stacks of firewood. Then we reach the boarding school, serving the entire valley with more than 1,000 students, the largest school in Mongolia. Note the leather hinges on the gate. A new dormitory is under construction. Many children stay here for the winter, while their parents take their herds to lower elevations. Murals on the gym walls depict popular sports. We spend a day here doing a service project. The schools are on summer break, and we work doing spruce-up projects with the most rudimentary of supplies. Water and rags are what we use to wash the windows. Isn't this fun? Now check out the puttying supplies. We got pretty good at puttying windows using pieces of broken glass as a putty knife and palette. Work's done, and we head back to our lodge, passing the town sports stadium, for one last night in our gurs before we head up to the high mountain pass.